story right now, it's Group G. Unicaja want to remain undefeated, want to stay on top. FILOU Oostende, on the other hand, in search of that first victory, they don't want to go 0-3, because then it will be down to the final 3 games to try and clinch either third or second place. Well, here we go. Balcerowski will jump this one with Bertanovic. Balcerowski winning the tip. Unicaja getting first possession. A lot of expectations on Unicaja to indeed three-peat this season. But many new additions this year in the BCL. Well, Duarte just getting an ankle breaker. A slip screen there from Balcerowski goes in. Tough finish by the Dominican Republic international. FILOU Oostende has got to be a lot tighter when deciding to switch and hedge on every Unicaja ball screen. Menace attacking the gaps. Under pressure, way off the mark, and now here comes Kendrick Perry. Perry turning up the gears, bit of contact, and simply unstoppable by KP in transition. Oostende have got to get into their sets a lot quicker. Try to set some 12. Duarte could have come up with a steal, but Oostende will go for an early 3. That's not going to count. Webb secure the rebounds. Now Duarte. Denying the go screen. Now Balcerowski has been known to take a few three-pointers. Gets this one on the roll. Collects his dribble. Still has it. Well, good defense by Bertanovic. Sten's got a counterattack here. No foul given. A tough finish inside the paint by Aaron Estrada. Well, he didn't have too many options around him, but still found a way to tuck that one away. Estrada getting the first points of the game for FILOU Oostende. JP handoff here with Balcerowski. Towers his way, and he's going to the free throw line. Oleg Balcerowski. Well, he drew the foul against Bertanovic, but it's the same Unicaja story. Well, Balcerowski set the screen. Simple roll, but drawing the foul against young Yape Menace. Well, Balcerowski hasn't exactly had the brightest start to his BCL campaign, but you can just see what a great addition he has been since joining this club from his days playing in Athens. We'll go for another three-point attempt, and that's going to build a lot of confidence for FILOU Oostende. This is from downtown again, Estrada. Balcerowski again working with Perry. They have the mismatch, but Estrada comes in for the interception. And now FILOU Oostende want to run. Oh, they're going to throw it away. Barrero just walked his way into an interception. And look how quickly, neatly done. And that is showtime transition by Unicaja. That's what we talked about in the pregame. If you turn the ball over, and now Bertanovic. Oh, nobody home from Unicaja. Well, that was great spacing by FILOU Oostende, finding Bertanovic. Well, here's what we said. He'll go for them, but just way too short. Well, he did take quite a few threes for Poland at the Eurobasket, but you have to appreciate the confidence from Oleg Balcerowski, just trying to build his resume, I guess. But Kendrick Perry getting called for the foul. But this is good work by Aaron Estrada, because instead of just succumbing to the pressure from the front court defense, trying to make himself a little bit more of a weapon here for FILOU Oostende. Estrada made his last 3. Almost got another one. Menace unable to secure the rebound. Unicaja leading by 2 here in the first 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Barrero fire 3. Both teams trying to build some momentum here offensively. Well, nice backdoor by Pierre-Antoine Gillet, and he levels things up. The assist coming from Yape Menace. teams come here and they crack under pressure, but you've got to give credit to FILOU Oostende. Building that confidence play by play. High screen coming from Balcerowski, but KP pulls up and he sinks it. On the elevation. This man does not shoot a set shot. 5 points already for Kendrick Perry. Well, that is what you see from almost every ACB team here at the BCL. Any ball screen. It's not necessarily a hedge. They just come out and double the ball handlers. Look how quickly again. Deja vu. One more time. Well, we've seen that twice already in the first quarter. KP with a cross-court dime and Balcerowski with a flush. Already, Oleg Balcerowski with 7 points. Strada trying to find Bertanovic. Unicaja forced the turnover, but Gilet's got to commit the foul. It's not a bad foul to give away because had he not committed it, it could have easily have turned into a 7-point Unicaja lead. The 2022 FIBA Eurobasket champion Alberto Diaz and captain of Unicaja subbing into the game, along with Xavier Castaneda. Unicaja is definitely going to have over Oostende the continuity. It's the bulk of the returning players from last season's championship run, but also having successfully won the FIBA Intercontinental Cup in Singapore in the preseason, defeating G League United in the final after trailing in the first half. Castaneda trying to work with Balcerowski, pulls up from 18 and straight off the bench. Ice cold in the veins, but no problem. Seven-point Unicaja lead. Metis goes baseline. Had nobody to kick out to, and it's another turnover. Unicaja don't have the numbers, but Castaneda pulls up for three. And that's just too easy of an offensive rebound. Ferrero penetrates. Euro step. Muy guapo. Oh, guapo baloncesto. Euro step. I call this the Espanol step. What a take by Jonathan Barrero. And a timeout is going to be called by Yorgos Dedas. Well, the defense closed out. Gilet just got sliced by the Espanol step. Well, we're going to head down to FILOU Oostende's bench to find out what Coach Dedas is going to address to his players.
Let's break, try 54. 54, Max, 54, okay? Top, 54, close, okay? Try to turn the corner, if not inside the top. Good one. Other guys who fouls it, you know, let's go. Hey, get on, let's go, wake up, don't confuse.
There's been some positive plays from FILOU Oostende, but you can just see how quickly Unicaja can just build a big lead very early on. But the thing for FILOU Oostende, now down by 9, it's been a 9-0 run from Unicaja. They've got to stop turning the ball over. But even if they turn it over, if they miss a shot, you've got to make every effort to get back on defense. Noam Yakov subbing in here for FILOU Oostende. Silas goes in for an ISO. Now we'll just calm down their nerves. Take by Melson. Melson now getting his first 2 points. Castaneda kicks out. Barrero again attacks. Unicaja don't want to overpass the ball. It's Castaneda trying to find an ISO. Gets a shot off in time. And that's going to be, no, well, good defense by FILOU Oostende. Another positive note you got to give in favor is the quick backcourt of FILOU Oostende. Whether it's Aaron Estrada or in this case Noam Yakov. Well, Kalinowski coming into the game. One of the best three-point shooters here in the Basketball Champions League. Jonathan Barrero going to the bench. No one to kick out to. Yakov penetrates. Nice dive. Goes in. Beautiful basketball by FILOU Oostende. In the end, finding the big man wide open. Even now getting his first 2 points. Oostende narrowly leading the assist count here in the first quarter. Kalinowski pulls up from 19. Unable to finish. Yakov with a rebound. Yakov going coast to coast. Simply unstoppable. When they were on the back of a 9-0 run, all of a sudden, Noam Yakov leading FILOU Oostende on a 6-0 run. And going right down the center of Malaga. Unicaja now calling timeout. That 9-point lead has been cut down to 3. We'll go and hear what Iban Navarro has to say to his players very soon on the bench.
First 8 seconds on defense. Contain them. Get the foul. Vamos, history. History. Vale? Tyler goes. Set the screen here on Alberto. Now X. Come on the screen, Gary. Tyson. Tienes. Vale, Tyler. Voy para todo. Muti, estás aquí. Bloqueas a Tyler, ¿vale? Leen este cambio, beat the switch. Alberto is at the corner. If you get it, extra pass a Tyson. Para ti, Alberto, vas a jugar. Haz normal, ¿vale? Venga. Bien.
Well, Kendrick Perry did go to the bench. Since then, FILOU Oostende have been able to gather some momentum. But look at the Euro Espanol step by Jonathan Barrero. That's poetry in motion. 3:33 to go here in the first quarter. 3-point lead currently to Unicaja. With the full court pressure coming. It's Jordan Shackle trying to match up here against Alberto Villas. Continuation of ball screen after ball screen in Unicaja's offense. Nice dive. The foul is going to be committed. Tyson Barres will go to the free throw line. Foul is called against Jordan Shackle. Well, Tyson Barres becoming a regular. He's been absolutely outstanding since joining Unicaja. Really has made himself one of the faces of this team. Still national of both Spain and the Dominican Republic, born in Santo Domingo. He's also played for Baxi Manresa, if you remember, on loan when he was playing at BC Andorra. 5-point Unicaja lead. Just setting that screen. There's a kick out. Bit of contact, but he's unable to get that one, but that's a nice move. Kalinowski just getting caught out on that one. Well, Kalinowski closes out, but look at the intelligence here by Jordan Shackle, knowing Kalinowski's chasing him. Initiates just that slight bit of contact. Well, give credit to FILOU Oostende. Definitely come here to really compete and try to mix it up with the two-time defending champions. And Jordan Shackle, a 2-stretch 3. Played his NCAA basketball at San Diego State. Was prior to coming to FILOU Oostende, it was very much a career in the NBA G League, most notably with the Maine Celtics. Also played in Puerto Rico for Leones de Ponce. 2-possession ball game with under 3 minutes. Yevis going handoff. Time nearly expiring. Castañeda's got to make a choice. Another tough step back. High arc. Are you kidding me? He had a hand in his face. And the negative parabola on that arc. I mean, it almost came down with snow. Castañeda now moving up to 4 points. Finally getting a post entry. Pierre-Antoine Gillet, quick catch and shoot. I'm just starting to think that Max Fiedler probably should have isolated against Butievas. Foul is going to be called against Noam Yakov. That's only his first personal. Changes coming in as Musa Silla is going to sub in for the first time tonight. Pierre-Antoine Gillet will take a breather. The veteran leader of this FILOU Oostende team. Unicaja looking to build on the lead. Kalinowski quickly attacks. Fiedler has his hands high, but to no avail. Kalinowski, quick thinking, knew the defense was behind him, but quickly caught and went straight to the bucket. Fiedler setting that high screen for Yakov. Another kick out. Contested three is up. Not a bad offense, but good rotation on the defense. But Unicaja giving away the 50-50. Fiedler flashes high. Almost setting a ghost screen. Yakov, tough contested three. Well, they had to work hard for that one, but that's a big three by Noam Yakov. It's back down to 5 points. They go into the screen. Castagnetta. That time unable to convert, but FILOU Oostende maybe taking a bit of a gamble if they're going to go under the screens. Yakov still has his dribble. Still got it. Can't finish. And now Malaga want to run. Down the middle. Goes in. The young fella. Well. Welcome to the Basketball Champions League, Butievas. The young man just coming into the roster due to the absence of David Kravish, excuse me. Yakov no-look dive. Get him rejected by Kalinowski. And now Oostende want to run. In the end, Butievas unable to contain this one. Roughly 4 seconds difference between game and shot clock. As Unicaja give away their final foul. Well, Musa Silla, after only just subbing in for Pierre-Antoine Gillet, is going to come back in for the reverse sub. Now imagine Coach Dennis, knowing that there's 4 seconds difference between game and shot clock, wants as many three-point shooters on the floor. 7-point Unicaja lead. Neither team with any fouls to give. Castagnetta going to the bench after picking up that second foul. On the hedge. Oh, nice dive. Beautiful work, but again is rejected. Well, Perez with the big-time block. Kalinowski, and it's both ends of the floor. The two-time defending champions in quest for a BCL three-peat. What a play. And that just defines Unicaja as two-time defending champions. Kalinowski looking to make this a three-point play. Makes the free throw. 2.7 here for FILOU Oostende. They get the three off in time. Almost got it, but that is the end of the first quarter. Unicaja, this Group G fixture, leading by 10 points against winless FILOU Oostende. One team trying to remain undefeated, while the other one trying to prevent being winless. We're going to show you some of the key stats here from the first quarter, and then we'll run down the best plays and the best highlights. But what a start it's been here for Unicaja. You can see only one three-pointer converted by Unicaja, but 11 field goals from inside the rainbow. Only 6 so far for FILOU Oostende. But now we'll take a look at the highlights momentarily. Started with Duarte just coming off that high screen from Balsarovsky. It was almost a slip screen, if you like. Vrtanovic, that time unable to recover. So far, it was a good start from Aaron Estrada, getting those first 2 points for FILOU Oostende. got to remain aggressive. They've got to try and hang in there. It's only a 10-point ball game, but this could very well get bigger if they allow Unicaja to get into that motion. This is traditional trademark Unicaja pick and roll, that time with Kendrick Perry finding Balcerowski. And there was the backdoor give and go play. Captain Pierre-Antoine Gillet getting the assist from Yoba Menace. It's also, I mean, that play, you highlight the three-pointer from Kendrick Perry, but it's also the fake of the screen on which side he was going to set it by Oleg Balcerowski. So intelligent by the Polish international. And the Euro Espanyol step by Jonathan Barrero. Thus far, you can see the two-time defending champions looking very strong. Welcome back, everybody, live here in the city of Malaga for game day 3 here in Group G. The Basketball Champions League powered by Amoresco Sinel, season number 10. Well, just a slight delay in game. Shackle, I think, may have some blood on his finger. So he's going to have to go to the bench just to kind of clean that up before coming back in. I'm not quite sure if it is blood or not, but I think it is. Well, looks like we're ready. Simon Baisa will inbound this one. The goal for FILOU Oostende to try and keep this in single digits. Possession by possession, they've got to fight a way back in this one. Nelson looking to attack. Duarte standing strong here on defense, but time is winding down. Nelson goes in, and another rejection. 3 blocks already. That's going to be a 24-second violation. Well, it's become the bloqueo fiesta so far here at Malaga. Diaz finding Duarte, curls the screen. Now we're under 10 on the shot clock. Kicks out of the corner, finds Tyson Perez. 3 is up. Another offensive rebound in the backcourt, fighting, but now Duarte, 3. Bertanovic just able to clear the rebounds there for Oostende. Oh, Bicep throwing a tough pass. Bertanovic had to work to keep that one alive, but good hands by Balcerowski. Going all the way, coast to coast. Where was the transition defense? Nobody making an effort to get back inside the paint. And that just cannot be the story for FILOU Oostende in this game. Balcerowski getting called for the foul. Like I say, whether it's Unicaja or whether it's Malaguta Tenerife, you'll always find the bigs come out and aggressively hedge as Yakov goes in. Tough finish. Well, that's much better. Yakov really has made a difference coming off the bench. Coming off one screen. Diaz kicks out, finds Perez, fires a 3. FILOU Oostende happy to see that one go out of bounds. Well, he's had 2 good looks from the perimeter, but he's got to keep on shooting the ball if he's going to be left wide open. Chance now here for FILOU Oostende to cut it down to single digits. Nelson trying to battle his way around. Another dime goes in. Bertanovic. Well, looked like Hakeem the Dream. The reverse layup. Remember, he did play for Belgium's national team at the 2022 FIBA Eurobasket. He was absent at the previous one this summer. Many years for Dario Georgia for both club and country. 8-point ball game. Duarte spinning, twisting. Foul is going to be called against Musa Silla. So a trip to the free throw line for Duarte. Oh, great take here. Look at the spin. Like a washing machine. Cleans the laundry. Well, Duarte now in the prime of his career, originally from Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. Was finished his NCAA career at Oregon. Members drafted in the 2021 NBA draft in the first round by the Indiana Pacers with the 13th pick overall. Had his stints, of course, with the Sacramento Kings, the Chicago Bulls. First season playing European basketball. Back to a 10-point lead. Tadevich coming up for that high screen. Nelson looks to attack. Okay, he had to put a heavy arc on that play. Look at Balcerowski's reach. He stands over 7 feet, but now Balcerowski, well, can't finish, but a foul is going to be called. That's on Bertanovic. He holds this one. Tough one indeed, but does see Balcerowski go to the free throw line. Well, Balcerowski, she started his career in Spain with Gran Canaria. Spent 1 season on loan in Serbia in the capital city of Belgrade playing for Mega Basket, which if you know anything about that club, not only are they a former BCL team, but also a team that once hosted both Nikola, Jokic and Jovic, the Academy of Serbian Basketball. Pierre-Antoine Gillet coming back into the game. 10-point Unicaja lead. Over 3 minutes played here in the second quarter. Nelson almost throws it away. Strada attacks the gaps, bit of contact. Taking Kendrick Perry right inside the paint, good move. Look out quickly, Unicaja get the ball up the floor. Nice fake, goes in. Oh, baby! Well, Duarte with the exclamation points. What a finish by Chris Duarte. It's all down to the tempo. Ivan Navarro building a team that likes to play quickly. Through by Bison in the corner. Well, that's a good look, but nobody going in to contest for an offensive rebound. Malinowski finds Balcerowski. Kicks out. Can Perez finally make one? 3 good looks. Just unable to finish. Well, Estrada still has it. I think Unicaja tried to commit 2 deliberate fouls there, but credit to the officials. They allowed play to continue. Estrada now moving up to 9 points. Well, you'd like to see that. A little bit of physicality here in the game. Silly pick and pop, he'll fire a 3, and everything flying into the moment for Unicaja. And a timeout is going to be called by Dedas. Head coach of FILOU Oostende finding his team down by 11. 5:28 to go here in the second quarter. Game day 3 in this Group G fixture in season number 10 of the Basketball Champions League. We'll go down to the bench to find out what he has to say.
Non ti esitando di close up today. Whoever got it by 4. Mari. Jope and Jordan. Maybe 8 or 10. Whoever got it by Kalinowski to go quick to your left.
Well, look at this move by Duarte, the in and out, then the Slight little throwdown. Kalinowski, this quick penetration. Gillet came out to switch, but Killian Tilly just left uncontested. Still in the 11-point ball game. Strada trying to ISO. Another 3 attempt to the corner. Finally gets this one to go. Well, Shackle cutting it back down to 8. That was a tough 3 because it was contested. Now Tilly, he'll go for another one. Unable to drop. Bertanovic preventing any offensive rebounds for Unicaja. Menace down the middle. Finds Gillet. He'll fire a 3. Tanovic gathering another offensive board. Shackle made his last. That's 2 good looks for FILOU Oostende. You can't argue with that, but they just won't go in. Well, Swarovski got the mismatch. Foul is going to be called, and that actually happened this summer. Yape Menace, unfortunately, got caught on the switch against Oleg Swarovski when Belgium played against Poland at the FIBA Eurobasket. Second foul against Menace, 13th foul against FILOU Oostende, and that's going to be a turnover. Duarte felt he was impeded, but nothing is going to be called. Well, this is good for FILOU Oostende because now they can chip into the deficit. Duarte's going to go to the bench, take a breather. Patiently trying to build that offense. Strada. They could have gone to his right hand. Has to go for a tough 3. That's 3 consecutive looks for FILOU Oostende, but that one, not the best look. Barrero goes for a 3 in transition himself. Oh, missing the putback. You can argue that Unicaja probably should have tucked that one. Tanovic now with a seal-off. Defended by Barrero. Barrero trying to stand strong. That is going to be the second team foul, so not too much of a concern for Unicaja. Well, he could be a big X factor offensively in this game for FILOU Oostende because it's one thing for Bertanovic. The motivation is definitely right, but if he can try to demand the ball a little more often than the double block, it's only going to put Unicaja's defense under pressure. Sideline ball coming up to FILOU Oostende. 11 seconds here on the shot clock. Still searching for that first win here in season number 10 of the VCL. Strada got it by Perry. Menace, got to make something happen. Nice backdoor play, finds Shackle, but again, nothing going. Unicaja's defense at the moment simply formidable. Perry had the defense on his back and doing KP things. Well, he's just toying with the defense. Had him on his back, step back, broken ankles. 8 points to Kendrick Perry. 11-point lead currently here for Unicaja. Strada. Well, that's going to be an offensive foul against Shackle. Now as clear as daylight. There was no avoiding that call. Double change, or triple change actually. Fiedler back in the lineup along with Noam Yakov, as well as Simon Bisa, excuse me. So Bertanovic going to the bench along with Jordan Shackle. Now we're into 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Goes Kadica. Kaponiki and Medicine will both be watching this game closely. They just played a few hours ago in Turkey. Perez wide open. Finds Barrero, goes in and finishes under intense pressure. Tyson with the dime. Jonathan with the finish. Only the second field goal for Jonathan Barrero. 13-point Unicaja lead. Oostende working quickly, trying to get into sets quick, but Unicaja's defense just smothering them at the moment. Time winding down. Yakov gets a three off in time. Not going to go. Finds FILOU. And if that is how they've got to compete, scramble for second chance points, they must be persistent. But Perry with 8 points and buries another three-pointer. KP for 3. That is the story of Unicaja. If you make mistakes, they will make you pay. If you get things right, they'll still make you pay. FILOU good hands. Well, he was wide open. Try to find Pierre-Antoine Gillet in the corner, but Max FILOU probably should have gone up with that. Eight seconds here on the shot clock. Penetrates. Time is winding down. That's going to be a 24-second violation. No basket. If only there was an extra second on the clock, but unfortunately, there just wasn't in the case of Noam Yakov. This young man has come a long way in his career. If you think about playing in 2021-22 with, or 22-23, excuse me, with Hapoel Yerushalayim, because they were a finalist team that season, as Kendrick Perry goes in with a floater and just finds himself in the paint. And it's all too easy at the moment for Unicaja. 16-point lead. KP currently with 13 points. Yakov attacks. FILOU seals off. That's just way off the mark, but a foul is going to be committed, and that's going to be a quick trip to the free throw line for Jonathan Barrero. Granted, you know, it's good defense by Tyson Perez. Tough take by Max FILOU, but you can't be committing those fouls knowing you're going to send Unicaja straight to the charity stripe. Because only about 2 minutes ago, FILOU Oostende had the chance to make it a 6 or a 5-point deficit. Now they're going to find themselves potentially down by 18 with 1:08 left. Well, Kendrick Perry getting a standing ovation from the home crowd. Points already here for Jonathan Barrero. 17-point lead as now we reach the 1-minute mark. Instead of only taking 2 free throws here in the first half. Nelson finds Gillet, doesn't bring it down. Quick 3. And that cuts it back down to 14. Great work by the captain. Didn't bring the ball down as soon as he caught it. Well, Castaneda goes for a deep 3 again. Don't go under the screen against Castaneda. X marks the spot in season number 10. X marks the spot from the three-point line for Castaneda. That's his first three-point field goal tonight. 7 points. Yakov looking to isolate. Almost got the and once he draws a foul against James Webb. It's only his first personal foul, but they do have one to give, a 16.9 left, but it does send Noam Yakov, but he's done great work tonight. The young Israeli point guard getting inside Unicaja's paint. Musasila coming back into the game for Unicaja. Well, Noam Yakov actually was born in Denmark. Oostende actually grew up in Israel, but started his career with former BCL team, Asvel Villebon. It was one of the historic teams of French basketball. It was team making waves, as we know, at the moment. Making waves in reference here for FILOU Oostende because this team has been the dominant factor of Belgian basketball. Whether it was the Belgian League or the newly formed BNXT League, but it was now without Dario Georgia. While they turn it over, can they convert it? It goes in, throws it down with two hands. That's a positive note for FILOU Oostende, now cutting it down indeed to a 13-point deficit with 5.4 left. Ivan Navarro will call timeout, try to get one final good look. We're going to go down to Unicaja's bench. Let's hear what Coach Navarro's got to say.
Hey, you take it out. Nice one. Bien. Manu. Quiero Tyler en el campo. Tyler. ¿Vale? Vamos box. Tyler box. Manu aquí. ¿Vale? These three pass lines, X put the ball inside. We got 5 seconds. ¿Vale? So right away, we try to pass the ball back to X. ¿Vale? Half. Tyler on the corner. ¿Vale? Here. Manu. Tyler. X playing half here. All the way. Then for us, look at the zeros on the corner. Vamos, va.
Well, there's another look at the three-pointer. The assist coming from Kalinowski, finding Killian Tilly. Here's the toying with the defense. Got Menace on his back. Little ankle breaker. That's Kendrick Perry just doing KP things. 5.4 left here for Unicaja, leading by 13. Castaneda's got to go quick. Castaneda, no foul given. That's not going to count. Well, it's halftime. The two-time defending champions currently undefeated here in season number 10, leading by 13 points against winless FILOU Oostende. Well, we are going to take a look at some of the key highlights, and then, well, before that, we'll look at some of the most prominent statistics from this first half, but it has been an excellent show from Unicaja. A team in quest to make history, to be the only team in the Basketball Champions League to win a three-peat. Well, Unicaja currently 33% from downtown, slightly better than FILOU Oostende, who are at 29, but look at the free throw counts. Unicaja have got to the try-D stripe 10 times so far. Well, slightly winning the rebound and assist count, but both teams are 5 steals apiece. FILOU Oostende had it in single digits. Nobody for Oostende in double figures, but Kendrick Perry currently leading all scorers with 13 points. Well, fans, it's half time. Go get a drink. Go get something to eat, but don't go anywhere too long. We'll be back in just under 15 minutes. We'll leave you with the highlights from the first half. FILOU Oostende with 9 points apiece, but only 4 offensive rebounds for Belgium's powerhouse. Now, granted, Unicaja only have 5, but that's got to be something FILOU Oostende change in this game. Well, here we go, fans. Welcome back. Second half back underway. Sorovsky, now the only difference, indeed, is having Alberto Diaz in the lineup, who didn't start the game. Well, Sorovsky twisting, turning, and finishing. Oh, the big man from Poland. Because now moving up to double figures. Chile finds Yakov. Well, that's going to be the legal screen called against Bertanovic. That's not a good start offensively for FILOU Oostende. He's been great in this game so far, but the margin for error when setting a ball screen, I mean, right there, he just bulldozes into it. Second foul for Bertanovic. Tough one called against him early in that foul against Oleg Balsarovsky in the first half. That's going to be another foul. That's called against Noam Yakov. Oostende don't want to pick up too many early fouls here in the early stages of the third quarter. Kalinowski, quick catch and shoot, and again, simply automatic by TK. 17-point lead. This is the biggest the lead has been. We saw it in the second quarter. Estrada finds Bertanovic. Nelson in the corner wide open, and that will build his confidence. He's got to be an offensive threat. For sure, he's shown that in the past here in the BCL, but more so ever tonight against Unicaja. They haven't won a game for Oostende. Both teams the exact same statistic from the three-point line, 5 out of 15, and I think an offensive foul is going to be called against James Webb. Just clipping Noam Yakov on the dribble handoff. Second foul against Webb. Estrada kicks out. Trying to ISO. Good defense by Webb, forcing the turnover, and now here comes Unicaja. Webb going, wrap around, missing. But again, the putback by Barrero. Second chance points. Well, they definitely matter against Unicaja. You've got to come up with the rebounds. Yakov finds Estrada. It's a good move, but just didn't get the right angle on the bank. 16-point Unicaja lead. Definitely control the tempo. Swarovski with a seal-off, but that's not going to count. The foul is going to be called on the ground against Melson. That's what Swarovski does so well. Forces a switch on a ball screen or an off screen and just caps himself inside the paint with enough time not to get called for a 3-second violation. Oh, good defense by Gillet. That's going to remain Unicaja ball. See, this is where Oostende has got to be a little bit hungry. They've got to compete for everything. Put their hands in the pots and lines, just like Pierre-Antoine Gillet did. Kalinowski finds an opening. Wrap route. What a move by TK. Oh, Kalinowski ISO. There was no help side defense to come and switch. Yakov beats the defense. Estrada only had the shot from 15. Keeps it in his left hand. And my word, did he have to work hard to keep that under control. Foul is going to be called on the ground. Estrada now moving up to 11 points. Well, that foul is going to be called against Melson. So Oostende, we haven't even played 3 minutes. They've got no more fouls to give. Here's a foul. Replay. Now Swarovski bumping. Too big, too strong. Simply just too good. Well, Swarovski just having his way with 13 points in the paints. Now level with Kendrick Perry. Nice dime by Yakov, but getting rejected by Oleg Swarovski. And now here comes Unicaja. Webb, 3 in transition. Another offensive board from Barrero. Webb will try again. $18-point Unicaja lead. Yakov finds a dime. Good hands by Bertanovic. Avoids the block, but a foul is going to be called against Swarovski. So Bertanovic will go to the free throw line. Well, great work by Noam Yakov identifying that Bertanovic was in a good position. Oh, no foul. Actually, basket interference, excuse me. So I had that one wrong. My apologies. I'll have a look at. Watch the block. Swarovski defending the paints. Oostende have got to dig deep. Estrada. It's defending Alberto Diaz, but now Kalinowski. Webb's got a mismatch. Webb goes in. Goodbye by Bertanovic. What a block. A foul is going to be committed. Oh, this is Big Brate Bratanovic. No, sir. Goodbye. That's going to be a third foul against James Webb. I'm not sure if a timeout is going to be called here, if it's an official review, but I think the referees are going to see if this needs to be upgraded. Let's listen now to the officials.
Give me the main camera at normal speed, please. What I can see that the player coming from the back, but he tried to go for the ball. And for me, this is normal basketball play, not any kind of the movements that could be called as the unsportsmanlike foul. You can see the same. Okay, we confirm personal foul number 3, ball in the front court, yellow ball, 20 seconds on the game clock.
So no upgrade given against James Webb, excuse me. So the foul remains on the ground. So a sideline possession coming up for FILOU Oostende. There's plenty of time here in the third quarter. You want to try to chip this down to single digits. Got to get it in bounds. 16-point Unicaja lead. So heavily defended. Nelson's got it inside. Is now run to 10 here on the shot clock. Nice crossover. Goes in. Oh, what a finish by Silas Melson. It's already 5 points here in the third quarter. 11 points in total. He's 4 out of 5 from inside the rainbow. Diaz penetrates. Finds Tyson Perez. Oh, bank is open. Took that one so calm, cool, and collected. Back up, not getting the ball screen. Finds Estrada on the baseline cut, reverse layup, and you can see the offense. I mean, it looks good here from FILOU Oostende. But due to being down by 14, they've got to come up with some good defensive plays collectively. 13 points for Estrada. Nice play goes. Oh my goodness! Tyson with the punch down. Bratanovic, seal off, no foul call. Good hands by the big fella. Oh, he can be the X factor. I said that in the first half. He's got 8 points. Webb again finds Tyson. It's way too easy for Unicaja. Oostende's offense is good. The defense just needs to be a little bit more intense. Perez now with 8 points for Unicaja. Back up defended by Tyson Perez. When you look at the assist count, it's not too much of a margin. It's just been the transition points. But again, good work by Noam Yakov. Killian Tilly subbing back into the lineup here for Unicaja. Well, that was a good time, but the block again by Balcerowski. The rejection. Well, a tough 3 by Pierre-Antoine Gillet. He worked magnificently to get the shot up, but unable to convert. Duarte now looking to push. Perry also back in the lineup for Unicaja. Perry keeps it in his right hand. It's simply too dominant. KP giving them the 18-point cushion. And Yorgos Dedas calling timeout. 3:41 to go here in the third quarter. The two-time defending champions of the Basketball Champions League showing their championship DNA. Let's head down to Oostende's bench to find out what Coach Dedas is going to address to his players.
have one foul to give. They might lose the card, okay? 1 minute card. 1, 2, 3.
Well, Balcerowski, the big-time block. That was a backdoor play by Aaron Estrada. And offensively, you look at this FILOU Oostende team, but look at this. Tyson with the knockout. Tyson Perez taking no prisoners. That's a KO, baby. But going back to FILOU Oostende, offensively, they are a very good team. But defensively, we already saw the defeats against both Medicine and Karditsa. Well, they could still fall into the play-ins. They can pop quickly by Pierre-Antoine Gillet. 7 now on the shot clock. Estrada, double crossover, contested 3. Bertanovic fighting for the offensive board. Goes out of bounds. FILOU Oostende will retain this. A great fight by Haris Bertanovic. He didn't give up on it, didn't come up with it, but still he was able to get his team to retain it. Nelson finds Bertanovic, good hands, and yet again moving into double figures. And if it's one thing this young man does a great job of, he doesn't bring the ball down when he receives it inside the paints. 5 out of 6 from the field. Still a 14-point lead to Unicaja. Duarte gets a shot off. But another offensive rebound, conveniently falling into the hands of Perez, but the three's no good by Barrero. Estrada again finds, again, just beautiful work by Bertanovic. This man doesn't mind receiving deliveries inside the paints and taking on the entire Unicaja backcourt defense. Monte nowhere to go. I'll tell you, Nova, Estrada comes up with it. Now wants to go quickly. Under pressure, goes in, finishes. And now a timeout is going to be called by Iban Navarro. FILOU Oostende not finished. Still only a 12-point deficit. But still, we have another quarter of basketball to play after this one. Let's head down to find out what Coach Navarro is going to say.
Next. Vamos. Puti. Gillian. X. Chris. KP. Por favor. We can still one fucking foul to give. Aquí. Esto, first 8 seconds. Here, this is cheap. The big man got the responsibility to be with his man and we play shell. Vale, vamos, vamos.
Well, just very simple, intelligent play by Haris Bertanovic. Sets those screens and then silently just waits for the delivery to come. But this is good defense by Estrada. Like I said, offensively, there's a lot to like about FILOU Oostende. Estrada now is 15. Bertanovic has 12. Silas Melson has 11. So 3 players in double figures. Now we're into 2 minutes. Perry coming up for a screen. Nice lob. So kick this one out, Butievis. Now back to KP for 3. Well, whenever in doubt, find KP on the perimeter. It's simply fun to watch. 18 points to Kendrick Perry. Hasn't missed a 3-point shot tonight. Well, Yakov may have got away with a push-off. Bertanovic unable to go for the tip-in. Yakov finds Bertanovic. That time Butievis not giving it away. Castaneda Considering the turnover count, both teams have done a good job so far. Gutierrez catches it, and he finishes inside the paint for a second field goal. The young Lithuanian putting Unicaja back up by 17. Another high screen set. Yakov finds his way, but again, he's unable to finish the out one. That's great screen work by Haris Bratanovic. Now Yakov will go to the free throw line. Think about the opening game for FILOU Oostende. Noah Yakov had 27 points. He was 13 out of 15 from the free throw line. Also converted 4 out of 7 from the perimeter that night. Second free throw good. 15-point deficit. Potential 2-for-1 coming up for Unicaja. Castaneda. All good still by Yaba Menace. Menace. Good transition recovery by Unicaja. 11 seconds difference between both game and shot clock. Yakov waiting for that screen from Fiedler. Denies it. Penetrates. Kicks out. 3 in the corner. And a 5-0 run for FILOU Oostende. Back to a 12-point deficit. Simon Baise. First 3-point field goal tonight, but now Perry. Time winded down. Got to think about taking this one. Hesitates. One-legged fadeaway. And that's Kendrick Perry doing KP things. Buenas noches, Malaga. One-legged fadeaway. They'll go into the fourth quarter with a 14-point lead. FILOU Oostende did go on a 5-0 run, but that was quickly erased by Kendrick Perry. Well, we'll take a look at some of the key stats here so far. Both teams only 6 3-point field goals. FILOU Oostende 5 less field goals from inside the rainbow. Well, Unicaja didn't take a free throw in that third quarter. They've only missed 1 so far this evening. Let's take a look at the highlights from the third very soon. Well, the third quarter began with Oleg Balcerovski and Kalinowski, then curling the screen for the mid-range. So many options here for Unicaja. That time Webb coming up with it, going coast to coast. Finishing. Well, no, he didn't finish, excuse me. It was actually Barrero who had the tip in. This is Unicaja foundation. Forced a turnover and converted to fast break points very quickly. Look at the ISO here by Tyler Kalinowski going straight to the bucket. Well, it's been a big third quarter for Haris Bratanovic, but that time getting denied by Oleg Balcerovski. Oleg said no in Mikasa. That was a dunk by Tyson Perez, throwing it down off the quick screen. The dime coming from Kalinowski. Silas Melson again finding Haris Bratanovic. Well, again, welcome back. We're live here in Malaga. Game day 3. Unicaja looking to remain undefeated, and as mentioned, looking to become the only team in BCL history to three-peats. So trying to find Fiedler. Going up against the youngster, but good defense by Gutierrez. And the shot off, and the bank is open. Oh, they called an offensive foul, actually. So Simon Baise. The question is, did he get the shot off in time before the charge was called? No, yeah, so the basketball counts. He will still be penalized for the offensive foul. Great defense by Killian Tilly. You notice he was just outside the restricted zone. Actually, I don't think the foul was called against Bicep. May have been called on FILOU. Duarte now looking to attack. Finds a bit of separation. And just simply unstoppable by Chris Duarte. Standing at 196 centimeters. I mean, that's tough to defend in mid-range. We've got Bison Shackle Menace. Feel like going in for the tough reverse layup. They're not out of this. But if they ought to lose, you want to lose by his... You can't give away second chance points. The youngster showing the hunger. Now moving up to 6 points. Going back to what I was saying, you want to minimize the deficit if you ought to lose because you will meet Unicaja. The probability a head-to-head won't come into factor between these two teams. Yakov tried to go for three. Perry comes up with it. Metis trying to commit a quick foul. Duarte pump fakes. Left wide open. Unicaja currently winning the rebound count. It was 17, but that rebound now takes them to 18 for FILOU Oostende. Yakov getting inside the paint. Menace doesn't take many threes. Nicer offensive board. Draws a foul, so he'll go to the free throw line. Foul is on Killian Tilly. Oh, Bosarowski checking back into the lineup. This has had a very good game so far tonight here. 13 points, 3 rebounds. This team have come here, they've competed well. Still 8 minutes and 5 seconds left, and now trailing by 12. Zachi Shackle going to the free throw line. Oostende almost with as many free throw attempts tonight as Unicaja. Seconds winding down here on the shot clock. Castaneda trying to make contact, but a traveling violation. A very smart defense not to try to overcommit, because that would have sent Castaneda to the free throw line. That's a good call. That's good defense by Simon Baisa. Go screen action set. Now we'll fire a three. Unable to convert, but that's a good look. Like that action from FILOU Oostende. Tough pass, good hands by Balcerowski, but he's fouled in the process. That's only the second team foul. It's the story of FILOU Oostende. We talk about them being in every single campaign, every season of the Basketball Champions League in 10 years, but they didn't make the playoffs for the first time until the 2019-20 season. Oh, what a take by Duarte! Well, he is an ISO factor. Duarte, again, just a great addition for Iban Navarro this season. Menace looks to attack. We'll try to find FILOU, but threw it away completely. And now here comes Unicaja. Oh, good time, but Oleg Balcerowski unable to convert that and retain it. That's how quickly this team wants to play. They like to play fast. It's actually Oostende who have more stills in this game than Unicaja. But still they trail by 14. There's a pump fake. Another three goes flying. That cuts it down to 11. Oostende Giving up, but look at the acceleration by Kendrick Perry. Simon Bison now with 8 points. Look at this acceleration, crosses over, and problem here for FILOU Oostende. They can't exactly camp, the weak side defender inside the paint because there'll always be an open three-point shooter for Unicaja. Castaneda, a little too short. Yakov comes up with it. FILOU Oostende looking to cut down to single digits. Another quick three. Oh, baby! Back-to-back triples, and now it's an 8-point deficit. Shackle time. Second three of the night for Jordan Shackle. Perry penetrates. Nobody home. Nobody there to help. Well, if you're not going to have the big man in the help side, you've got to be accountable for your man-to-man defense, and that is going to be a moving screen against Max Fiedler. Well, that's going to be his third personal foul, so I think Bertanovic is going to come back into the lineup. You could argue there was contact from Balcerovski, but you could see both arms coming up and not really setting a legal screen, so that's a good call. Oostende, no more fouls to give. 10-point deficit. Unicaja just want to get the job done. Remain undefeated, like Dreamland Gran Canaria, like Juventud Badalona, and of course like La Laguna Tenerife. Perry, three. The upper men is secure the rebound. Man is coming up for the bull screen. Isa still has it. Bertanovic retains this. Not a lot of time for Oostende. Shackle goes in. Count it! Well, he'll go to the free throw line. And Jordan Shackle could make this a 7-point ball game. FILOU Oostende refusing to throw in the towel. Look at this take here. It was actually Noam Yakov. My apologies. What a take by Noam Yakov. Well, Bertanovic has left the game. Hopefully he's okay. Let's have a look, see what happened here. Well, head-to-head collision, that was the problem. I don't think there was any bad attempt because you could see James Webb also fell victim to it. Well, considering this game is going in favor now, probably the big difference has been the fast break points. Unicaja with 18, only 9-4 for Oostende. But 92 points have been scored inside the paint between these two teams. 48 for Unicaja and 44 for FILOU Oostende. Well, Yakov has been outstanding in this game. Converts the three-point play. 7-point deficit. He's got 14. Made all of his free throws. Duarte getting the screen. Perez forcing the switch. Duarte penetrates. Well, turns it over. Oostende can cut it down to 5. Menace! Oh, he missed it from point-blank range. KP with the help side defense. Duarte goes in. Perez, he'll finish. And it's back to a 9-point Unicaja lead. Oh, what should have been a 5-point deficit. Just look how quickly Unicaja get the ball up the other end. Yakov gets fouled. Both teams now with 18 assists apiece. Now, Noam Yakov feels like he should be going to the free throw line. Foul is going to be called on the ground. It's only the third team foul for Unicaja. Jonathan Barrero subbing back into the lineup. So Ivan Navarro electing to go a little bit smaller, bringing Balcerovski to the bench. Silas Melson also back into the lineup for FILOU Oostende. Ghost action set by Menace. Yakov, did he have his foot in the line? Doesn't matter at this point. Duarte demanding the rebounds. Almost 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Menace trying to keep Duarte in front of him. Duarte goes one-legged, but it's simply too much to handle. And it's back to an 11-point lead. A 4-0 run for Unicaja. A timeout is going to be called by FILOU Oostende. We'll head down to their bench to find out what Yorgos Dedas is going to say to his players. They've got 3:54 to try to make a comeback and get that first win in season number 10 of the BCL.
Because they are switching. Pierre, you're going to be in the corner. Noah, Silas, Aaron, Jordan. You're going to come and you're going to flip it. Yes, flip it. Try to turn the corner, but Zerovsky will go in. Try to hit Pierre. Pierre is nothing. Okay, let's go 1, 2, 3. Hey, you average. Go.
Well, some highlights here from Unicaja so far. That was the ISO from Kendrick Perry. Another outstanding performance from KP. Well, Perry's got 22 points this evening. He's got 3 assists and 2 rebounds. Clearly has been the favorite in this game for most valuable player. Looking at FILOU Oostende, they got 4 players in double figures. Potentially, they could have 6 if both Jordan Shackle and Simon Baisa get a field goal each. Down by 11. Under 4 minutes. Shackle going back to Noam Yakov. Quickly attacks. Good ball movement. Shackle going in. Finds Melson. Oh, that's a good offense. A good look. You can't have any arguments with that play from FILOU Oostende. 9 rebound advantage for Unicaja in this game. But that was expected from the 2-time champions of the BCL. Duarte, final seconds. Kicks out. Perez hasn't made a 3. Silas Melson working to get the rebound. Unicaja does have 1 foul to give, as now we reach 3 minutes. Unicaja's defense hasn't shifted or moved. Yakov another step back 3. Again, it just won't drop tonight for him. Unicaja in no mood to rush anything. They can just wind down the clock on every offense. They lead by 11. There you have it. Kalinowski goes in, extending their lead to 13. And patience indeed is a virtue. 11 points to Kalinowski. The assist coming for Chris Duarte. Strada almost turning it over. Strada will go for a 3-pointer. And now with 2 minutes left, down by 13. Unicaja very much look like they're going to remain undefeated. Not the end of the world, though, for FILOU Oostende. They've got to make sure they try to win those head-to-heads against both Karditsa and Merson. Duarte, fadeaway 3. I think he may have just stepped out of bounds. Obratanovich coming back into the lineup for FILOU Oostende. Noam Yakov going to the bench. This has been quite a inspiring performance from him. 7 assists to go with his 14 points and 4 rebounds. Strada penetrates. Obratanovich tries to go for the tip-in. But Unicaja come up with this. Now in numbers. Duarte contested 3, and there you have it. Muchas gracias. Duarte giving them a 16-point lead with 1:28 to go. And another timeout is going to be called by Yorgos Dedas of FILOU Oostende. Well, victory looks like it's going to be inevitable here for Unicaja. And in their case, they'll just want to keep on scoring. Let's listen now to Coach Dedas.
Here, Paris, who play 14x, regardless of difference, switch our heads. Paris, flip it to his left. Here, find the timing, pop ahead, in, or if it's inside, finish step. If nothing, side to top, okay? Hey, finish strong! Keep playing!
Well, every Unicaja player has come into the lineup tonight. They've had to do their job because FILOU Oostende indeed have given them a huge challenge. 5 Unicaja players in double figures. Kendrick Perry with 22, Duarte with 15. Tyson Perez also with 10 points. Balcerowski with 13. And Kalinowski getting up to 11. 16-point lead. Shackle getting rejected. Oh, Perez with a smack block. That is no en mi casa. Tú no eres bienvenido. Over a minute to go here in the fourth and final quarter. Perez. Amazing, even got that shot off. Well, Tyson Perez will go to the free throw line. Foul is going to be called against Jordan Shackle. Perez 3 rebounds away from a potential double-double tonight. I don't think he's going to get it, but because he is averaging 8 points and 7 boards. Because he hasn't missed a free throw in the first 2 games here in the BCL. Remains perfect. Well, hasn't missed a free throw. Because that was a talking point about Justin Bean in their game and their victory last night, but he ended up missing one. 18-point Unicaja lead. Oostende did cut it down to 7 here in the fourth. That 3 not going to go. Not collected by Barrero. It was expected for Unicaja to be the favorites in this game, but take nothing away from head coach Yorgos Dedas' plays. They've had some promising moments. Perez pick and pop from the free throw line, and nothing but net by Tyson Perez. That's that simple basketball. He sets a screen. He rolls to the high post, and then it becomes automatic. 3-point attempt taken. Perez now collecting his 8th rebound, and there you have it. Unicaja, like their ACB rivals. Duarte goes in with a finger roll. Guapo baloncesto by Duarte. Unicaja, they'll finish with a 22-point victory against FILOU Oostende. Iban Navarro's players in quest.